I counted.
Oh, wait, we're live.
Holy fuck.
I thought you were...
I said it. I said I did the thing exactly like you said for it to do. And then you just stared like a fucking dial tone.
I thought you were saying you were going to do that.
Oh.
Anyway.
My God.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Nothing has changed, clearly. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Live on Two Wheels. I am Chase on Two Wheels. I am accompanied by my buddy Beau. And we are here in 2022. We made it, Beau. We made it through 2021. Guys, welcome to the first episode of Season 2. Super excited for today. We got some Q&A questions for you guys that we are going to be answering that we asked you over on the community page. We have a really super fancy Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR in the shop that I've already done a first ride on. So I figured I'll be able to spend some time telling you guys, like when I do my first rides, we got to get to the point. So I figure here on Live on Two Wheels, I'll be able to have more of a conversation with you guys, answer some questions that you guys have. Also, we're live. And this is a podcast. If you want to see the show after we are live, it's over on the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel. There will be a link in the description for you guys to go check that out. If you guys only want to listen to us, that is also available over on Apple Podcast and Spotify. If you guys are listening to us on Apple Podcast, we would love it if you left us a review. And what we're going to do is read a review from the Apple Podcast thing. Let me find this thing. Okay, so... Mr. What's the name? Do we not have a name? Is the dude's name Buyer Beware? Maybe it is. All right, so we have a review from Buyer Beware. By the way, 5-star review. Nailed it. Thank you so much. He says, love the banter, come for the news, stayed for the memes. Smort for life. That's a good segue. Beau, can you tell the people about, Ron, I guess you just probably say hey to the people. I've talked a lot.
Yeah, you did. I remember that part where before you said we're going to count it down and then go live, and then you were going to do the intro, and then you just kept talking.
Yeah,
but
sorry about that.
I'll make it work. So Smort, you'll see that pop up quite a bit. That's our fellers over on the Discord. If you're on Discord, you can join us. That doesn't cost you anything. There's no paywall or anything. If you're not on Discord, there's going to be a link in the description, and then you can go sign up. And it's just a really awesome, large community of just cool dudes and dudettes. And we have a section on there for Live on Two Wheels. And I'm bad at my job.
So. You're bad just generally?
Yeah, I'm bad at my job.
While Beau's not being bad at his job, if you guys will do us a favor and drop a like on this live show, that would be massively appreciated.
So,
love you guys.
Randrew opened it up. There is a Live on Two Wheels Season 2, Episode 1 thread there. You can click on the little icon at the top of Discord, and it'll be once you're in that channel, and you can just post your memes and stuff, and we'll pick one and give you some money from Revzilla, $50 gift card.
Yeah, so guys, at the end of the show, the last 10 minutes of the show, we're going to go onto our Discord page, read through the memes. You know what? I think we just go full bore on this one. Typically, we ask you guys to do memes of what we're talking about, but let's do just whatever the hell. Yeah. Let's just open it up this time. And the one that makes us laugh the most, the one that's the funniest, we will give you a Revzilla gift card for $50.
50 bones.
50 bones. Also, we have our Ghost Tip of the Week, sponsored by Smort Balls.
Can't even say that seriously.
I can't, no, but I love it so much. All right, guys, you ready for Ghost Tip of the Week, Beau?
Always.
All right, here we go. Ghost Tip of the Week. Never throw a housewarming party for someone who just moved into an igloo.
Oh, my God.
Would that not solidify the walls, though?
I mean...
Because it probably wouldn't melt all the ice. It would... I guess if the house warmed,
the joke is
then it would
warming
melt
the house. That's now I can't stop thinking of the literal housewarming party, where it's just a bunch of people come over with heating pads. We're gonna warm this house up,
guys. Do you have a cold house? Throw a housewarming party. That's hilarious.
Hello to your wife in the chat, by the way.
I can't. So our new setup, but our temporary setup for my screen, I can't see the chat at all. So you guys are gonna have to let me know in the chat.
This dude,
we got to figure it out
because he has a 45 feet wide monitor now.
You shut up. Okay, so we have a fun new section that we are calling the Quick Shifter. So what we do in this section is we got some just like top topics that are happening in the world of motorcycles, and we're going to run through those really quickly. And here's the cool thing about the Quick Shifter segment. Yep. If we talk about something that you guys in the chat end up like really being interested in, we can make an entire show out about it. So we can kind of gauge viewer interest and stuff like that. So Quick Shifter segment today. Street Triple $1,200 first ride's coming out tomorrow. Actually, you know what we got to do, Bo?
What?
We got to take that ad out and we got to put it somewhere else. Damn. Just realized that. Woo! Bombs dropping. First ride comes out tomorrow, but don't worry, you guys are going to get all the info tonight. W-Bar, boys.
W-Bar-G.
Woo! WBRG update. We have not put an episode.
The corner on this.
Guys, if you guys aren't familiar, we do our WBR Garage show where we're rebuilding all this nightmare of CBRs. Yeah. We have been filming most of January. Currently, I believe we are 3 episodes ahead of time, and I don't know if you guys can tell behind me. You can't really.
There's a pile of bikes behind
the CBR 1000. We are getting close.
Move your body to the right there. So
if you guys are only listening, I'm presenting a darkened CBR 1000.
So the real takeaway is that we've had no end, if you've been paying attention to WBRG, of problems and like just pitfalls trying to get parts in the house. And now we've got a board with what we're doing, and that board is getting like the list is becoming smaller and smaller.
There are 3 episodes left for a motorcycle that will crank up and we have to take to a dyno.
So that's
3
exciting.
Episodes. It's exciting. It's been a long time coming. We've had a long path to get here, but we're getting close. I'm super excited. So currently we got 3 episodes in the bank. Patreon, the guys that pay for the show, they've already seen all these episodes, but we have them. The first episode for this year will come out next Tuesday. Cool. So you guys that have been missing WBR Garage, it's coming to you. Also, huge news. We have a new producer/writer.
Yep.
Trey is going to make his way over here and say hi to you guys. He's in the middle of writing right now.
He's trying to do his job. And
he's trying to do his job. He's over here yelling. Trey, say hey to everybody.
Hey.
Yes, that's the joke from now on. So yeah, we have a writer and producer here in the shop already. The path for us to make videos is just great. I feel awesome about the videos that we're making right now. We have our new show called Shifted coming out. Yeah, guys. That's Beau's been like elbow deep in it the last couple of days.
That's an interesting body part you named. It wasn't exactly what I said earlier.
Okay, regardless, I think it might be one of the funniest videos we've made ever.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So I'm super excited about that. That's going to be coming out next Thursday, I believe. Little Valentine's Day, Smort balls deep. Oh my God, Gus, I can't. Okay, so as far as industry news, let's talk about. Talk about. This is a quick shifter. This is fast stuff. So Honda updates the CB300R with Showa forks and a slipper clutch.
Bruh.
Look at Honda coming.
All right.
Okay. They got their eyes on the MT-03.
Oh, this one's good.
Next up, Yamaha Tenere 700 Raid prototype is heading to production.
That's the one that we saw with the 4 tanks, right?
Oh,
bro.
Goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that.
That's the zombie vehicle we were talking about, right? Okay, that's super exciting. And final, Arizona and Virginia considering lane filtering.
Good. More states.
We love seeing that. The more states allow filtering, the more motorcycles on the road,
then
the more people that will
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Done and done.
So yeah, that's the quick shifter section. We'll maybe work on a graphic for the quick shifter section.
Yeah, you have to schedule me out a day where I can just do this because I need to get a Smort graphic as well made. So
yeah, we got some graphics we need to make. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy.
We also haven't updated the ad.
Oh no, you didn't! We knew you wouldn't, but that's hilarious anyway.
Yep.
So we will definitely get some graphics made so we can have a little fun with these individual sections, guys.
Dude, I'm excited about that itinerary. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've if you guys weren't here for 2021, basically, long story short, Beau and I are excited for adventuring on motorcycles that are made for.
We got some possible stuff in the pipeline for that too, which is phenomenal.
Europe. Okay, so first major segment of the show tonight. By the way, did we even mention the show is now an hour and a half? We started at 4:30.
Started at 4:30.
We just casually just dropped it at 4:30. It didn't really say much. I think we hinted at it last year.
We did talk about it because it was like we're running out of time every single episode. So give us a little bit more buffer for the dumb shit.
The movies episode was when it really clicked for me. That was like, bro, we had like 7 movie clips and we talked about 3. We talked about the jumping over
claimed by 2.
True story. True story. So yeah, guys, the show is now an hour and a half long. Hopefully you guys enjoy that watching it live. An hour and a half for a podcast is regular. That's totally normal. Also, since we are live streaming on the Chase on Two Wheels channel, these videos will no longer be up on the Chase on Two Wheels channel. Whenever we're done live, we will post the video on the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel afterwards. So if you're on the Chase on Two Wheels channel, thank you. But this is the only time you're going to be able to see it. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, Beau. We did our first video back of the year. Do you know that after that video, the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel jumped up 100 subscribers?
Nice.
How awesome was that?
So, like, it's as a brief aside, like my personal goal inside of the C2 Dub atmosphere,
right,
is to really grow the Live on Two Wheels as its own thing as well.
It needs to grow on its own.
Like
for sure.
that's a big goal because like I really enjoy this. Like it's kind of.
Oh, thanks. Is it because you get to talk with me?
I mean, it's part of it, I guess.
Wow, just shot all the way down.
You were too happy about it. I had to bring you down.
As you did. Mission accomplished.
It is nice to be able to just sit because, like, we do this in the shop, and like we talk about things, we get excited about things. And
it's fun to have the audience as part of this like bigger conversation that we
the biggest
very
part
regularly have.
Right? Is that like we're having a conversation about these things, but we're also including like it'd be like 100 of us just sitting there and just like it reminds me of the events like
where everybody clusters around the tent and we're all just like talking about
when we were out at the Indian Chief launch, okay, we're all sitting by the campfire,
right,
and we're all just talking about motorcycles and stuff. That's the kind of vibe it has. So I like it.
No, yeah, I think it's cool. I really love the
awesome. Our crew is awesome.
I was about to say I really love the community that you set out to do things on YouTube, or at least for us, we set out for something and we come up with what we think it's going to do. Yeah. And then the community that has created itself here on Live on Two Wheels has been awesome.
It's a departure from what, I mean, yeah, and this is no surprise to anybody. The YouTube comment section can be at the same time both a boost of confidence and a destruction of any
it's both motivating and increasingly demotivating. Like it's just like one way or the other.
But the live crowd is just it's good. It's a good vibe. Yeah, and you guys you're fucking awesome, dude.
I think the thing I like the most about this show is that every video that we make, we have to be thinking about the click-through rate and the watch time, and there's just so much analytical bullshit that goes into creating quote-unquote good content. And if you don't make good content, YouTube will kill your channel. So, like, we have to do that. I do feel like Live on Two Wheels especially having its own channel, we get to have like this safe space of just like having a good time.
Yeah.
Me and you can chit chat. We could literally spend an entire episode of this and chit chat and it not be a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we don't have to worry about it bringing the channel down.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about this move. Hopefully a lot of you guys are here on YouTube and you'll go over to the YouTube channel Live on Two Wheels and watch. Over there, we can build this up as its own thing. The guys and I have talked through it, and whenever we can get the Live on Two Wheels videos being viewed by a certain amount, like certain view number, we might even move the live show over there, so it can entirely live on its own. That's kind of the pie in the sky.
Like, revenue, have its own like branding, like everything. Being able to make that kind of content could be its own thing. I like it.
It would be fun. Okay, so let's move into our first main topic, which is the Q&A section. We figured, first episode back, grab some questions from the people and kind of talk through some of the questions that people may or may not have. Or I guess apparently may have, because if they didn't have the questions, they wouldn't ask them. But anyway, first question, and these all came from the community page. I assume if you guys are subscribed to the Chase on Two Wheels channel and we make a community post, which we're trying to do a lot more of this year, it'll just come up in your feed. So that's how we got these questions. First up is from One Down Gene Up. That's a pretty cool name. That's inventive. Hey guys, do you ever get bored covering motorcycle content? If so, what would be a rad spinoff you'd like to do? I assume pun intended on spinoff.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever get tired of motorcycles, Beau?
Not really tired of motorcycles. Certain kinds of content I have a threshold for. So like when we do a lot of one certain type of video, that does kind of go but by and large, I me, I love talking about motorcycles. I think it's fascinating as a feat of engineering and also a community and also like a lifestyle. So I don't get really bored doing it, but of course there are things like I love doing like that are outside of that. Yeah,
of course you have other hobbies, but I guess the specific question is
turning it into something else. No, I don't think so. Motorcycles just film well, dude.
They film well. Automotive in general, I think the entire sector.
If we were doing
really
a spin-off, it'd probably be like cars.
Yes. Yes. No comment. Do I ever get tired of motorcycles? I mean, I've been doing it for a decade now. Just talking to myself in a motorcycle helmet, riding around, doing my thing. Like same to you. Do I have other interests? Yes. And do I get tired of motorcycles? No. Motorcycles are amazing. They're like the tech industry. They're constantly changing, evolving. Like the landscape of what motorcycles always have in them is changing. Literally every year, I do more and more first rides, and I'm like, these things are just getting better and better. Personally.
So what would be your rad spinoff if you had to?
I mean,
it's camera equipment. You'd do it. You'd probably do it.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. If I'm going to answer this question for him.
Because he's not qualified.
All right.
Answer it for me.
If it wasn't motorcycles, it would literally be anything to do with cameras. Like, if motorcycles just went away, if somebody snapped their Thanos all the bikes out of existence.
Oh, no.
Then Chase would put 100% of his effort into the Chase Bucher channel.
Yeah, which I do have, and I have plans for doing. Yeah. But as of currently, I am putting 100% of this team on WBR Garage.
You love motorcycles, but you love cinematography, videography more.
I would say that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I do love cars too, though. I don't know anything about cars, but here's the thing: I love looking at cars. It's entirely visual. I could take photos of cars and motorcycles all day long, and I would love to do video of cars as well. So yeah, that's kind of it. I think if we had spinoffs, I would do cameras or cars. Beau, you have a plethora of.
My wife hates it because I have too many hobbies.
I will say, knowing you, I'll answer for you.
Yeah, do it.
I feel like I never hear you describe something with more articulation and passion than when you talk about video games, though. Mm-hmm. the way you talk about games is as if you were in the Matrix and shit was real.
Every time I described what happened in my D&D games to my wife, she's like, you weren't there, right?
Okay, actually, fun story. So we just recently put out the picking up video of where we went to pick up the Triumph Speed Triple RR. Guys, 30 minutes of the drive. It was a 45-minute drive. 30 minutes of the drive, Beau spent enthusiastically telling me every detail of a video game called Star Citizen. I don't know anything about it other than what Beau is telling me. He's talking about all these sub-games inside of the game. No. Y'all would have thought Beau was inside of the Matrix.
You were
plugged
engaged.
in. And he was like, I bought this ship. It's amazing. It's a flight carrier. It can get through atmosphere. You talk like it's real. I have a degree in video game design. I have gone to school to make video games. I have never in my life heard somebody talk about video games like you.
All right. So briefly,
Just saying.
We are getting reports from people that there is some issues with the video lagging.
The video being laggy?
Yeah. I'm gonna close down everything, but nothing's rendering. Nothing's doing anything. So
it says excellent connection on my end. I don't know what that means.
It's laggy over on this end too. So
interesting.
It's fucking
our internet hamster's running out of steam.
That's Comcast for you.
I love that so much.
Yeah, video's laggy. All right, so it could be.
We've done this before. We did it on all the other episodes. Can we lower the bitrate that we're streaming at?
No.
Sorry to talk inside baseball.
Not while we're recording.
Huh.
Yeah, it's cranking down pretty hard.
Okay, so can we just deal with a glitchy stream this time and keep the recording?
It's possible. I'm gonna stop it and stop the recording.
All right.
Not the.
Would you guys, this is from 656 Thor, would you guys consider going to a police department and try to have a motor officer show you guys how to rip a cone course like they do? Is that where they're on the big ass bike and they're just like destroying the parking lot?
It's pretty cool.
I would love to do that and get some, like, not do it, but like get them to show us that. That'd be cool as shit.
Well, have fun.
I'd be 100% down. Also, I think that would be an interesting video to bridge the gap, because right now I feel like motorcyclists and cops are like, water and oil. You can't mix them. So it might be a good video to, like, bridge the gap of motorcyclists and police officers. But then,
okay.
But then if, they go to first rides and they're like, oh.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I like watching that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'd partake.
Interesting. Why?
Do you really know what to say?
You have to now, yeah.
Because oh boy.
Are you literally about to say you hate cops?
I'm not the biggest fan of cops.
In general?
In general.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I don't think I want to.
So, generally, what is, I have to know now.
It's just, it's personal experience and experience of those around me.
Uh-huh.
I'm just not a big fan.
Okay, so Ghost dropped us a video for police motorcycle cops own skills course. Can we watch this?
Hey, sure.
Hey, we're an hour and a half now. We can watch shit. All right, guys. So, no, I'm not finding this ad nice at all.
He's had previous unpleasant altercations with law enforcement.
All right, let's see what Home Dude's got. Holy shit, bro! Those are big old boys.
Yeah, those are the big 800-pound dressers. Yeah, 900 pounds.
Wait, do they? Hold on. Are there any wheels on the side of those things?
No.
Do they just know the bike that well that? Yes, they're scraping.
Yeah,
okay,
they're scraping, of course, but like
I didn't hear them scraping.
it still does not take away from how impressive this is.
No,
So
absolutely.
the amount of training that they have to go through to be motorcycle cops in general, this is like showing off. It doesn't happen a lot.
Do you
during
think
training.
every motorcycle cop can do this?
No.
So this is like an
But
advanced level
I think
motorcycle
every
cop.
motorcycle cop can do more than most that motorcycles can do because they have to. The training is rigorous.
Right.
I've got a couple of extended family members that are they're in law enforcement. And one of them
Dude,
is
like
a motorcycle
you.
cop.
Well, so you have to be really knowledgeable.
Have you never heard of Jerry Palladino?
Huh?
You never heard of Jerry Palladino?
No, but what's impressive
like a
is
pro?
these guys just go.
Yeah.
Like, like if I'm going to do this kind of stuff, I kind of have to
They're
like,
not just going. You can hear it. There is a lot more control than you think it is.
No, I know exactly what they're doing because, like, when we did our Learn to Ride series, and I was having to like do figure eights and shit, I'm like, man, I suck at riding.
There's a lot of counterbalance going on, which is why
Do you think having the bigger bike makes it easier or harder?
it's regardless of the size of the bike. It's about what they're doing with their body. They're
Oh my god! If you guys are only listening. So we're watching
They're
a
peg to
couple.
peg.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of cops just like on these giant motorcycles.
yeah,
Bro,
So
what happens if they mess up?
they
eat
learn how
hard.
not to.
Oh my god, they got a string combining them. They can't go away from each other.
Yeah.
They're like connected at the hip.
It's super impressive skill wise, and there's no end to impressive. So,
Wow.
Doodle on a motorcycle went to Jerry Palladino.
This is
to
some
do a video.
impressive shit.
And she was on.
Did you see the dudes? Like
Yeah.
all four of them just went into a tiny circle, and
Yeah.
then they just all were like, "Okay, cool, this is our thing now."
Yeah, Jerry Palladino, Doodle on a motorcycle. She went to his course like twice now, I think. She also did a course on a GS going over logs.
Bro, this might be some of the most impressive motorcycle riding I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ghost, if you're, can you make a show notes doc? Because I want to include that. If you guys are just listening, I highly recommend you go watch this. This is impressive.
Yeah, all that stuff.
And it came from. This is 2017, so this is kind of. This is like what, 5 years old?
So like I said,
Shit.
my issue is like it's super skilled. Like I have a family member who has been in law enforcement his whole life, and the amount of training they go through, while not like most of them can't do that level, but they can do something very similar. Like they have to go through a lot of training. It's like, you know how I don't know if you've talked to any of the guys on the events that we've done, like the press launches.
Yeah.
Like in order for their team members to go on the ride,
Whose team members?
the OEM
Okay,
or
gotcha.
the people putting it on,
Right.
each one of them has to like preemptively take an advanced rider course and stay up to date with that advanced rider
Well, so that's
course.
what I was going to say. Like, this is the type
So
of
it's kinda
stuff.
the same thing.
If you could learn it, right? But a lot of that is muscle. You have to like do that over and over again to be able to
do you
keep
mean
doing
muscle?
it. Like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like this is not the type of thing where, okay, you spend
we talked about this on the Pan Am video. It is, and this has been the best advice or idea kind of structure that I've ever heard to describe how that works. It is the levels of competence, right? Unconscious incompetence. You don't know what you don't know.
Okay.
Conscious incompetence is you know enough to know you don't know shit.
Right.
Right. Then you have, what was it? Okay, you were competent, unconscious incompetence, conscious competence, and then it's conscious competence. So
Right.
you now know enough to do the thing, but you have to think about it while you're doing it.
Right.
And then unconscious competence, which is just second nature.
Right.
So,
But you have to upkeep that.
right, well, so
Assuming.
like, yeah, eventually, yeah, it'll go away. But like the idea is like if you were on a street bike, and we talked about this when you go into a turn and all that stuff. We talked about that on the Pan Am video.
Yeah.
You instinctively, without thinking,
Just do what you're supposed
just
to.
do it. So it takes training to get to that point. Like I found myself while off road, when shit would get hairy, I would default into my street riding.
Right.
And I would sit down and I would use my body in different ways, and that would get you in trouble. So
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where it's a consciously think about it. But once you get to that point, you can get it to that point
Yeah, I just mean
And then
like
it's
you're
just
gonna
maintenance.
have to maintenance. I guess is what I was thinking. Yeah, super cool stuff. Okay, just so we can keep moving. Nick Ingalls asked GA Moto Meet 2022.
God, I wish.
Nick, that's a great question, man, because we didn't do one in 2020. We didn't, for obvious reasons, didn't do one in 2021, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer to being able to think about that. But here's the thing about the GA Moto Meet. It is not a tiny thing. It is a huge deal. It takes a ton of people to plan. It takes a lot of time. It takes probably like 5 to 6 months of our time to plan things.
700 to 900 people in one place.
It's catering, parking, police, like everything. So I don't think 2022 is realistic, but I will say that we are watching the sickness horizon. I don't think we can say the C word because it'll strike us out or whatever.
The Schwindemic.
Yeah, we're watching that closely because if we do notice that it's becoming a safer environment towards the middle to the end of 2022, we would absolutely love to do a GA Moto Meet in 2023.
It is important to state this, regardless of how you feel about the situation that is going on, the number one priority for us is that everybody is safe.
That's both motorcycle and sickness.
Yeah,
like that's always been the thing.
Easiest way to do that is just to put it off as much as it kills us. Now, however, there is an event that we are doing this year that if people want, right? Have we locked it in old Teja?
No. Oh, no, because I don't know dates.
Okay, but have we locked in that we are doing it, all four of us?
We can't because I don't know dates. If I don't know dates, then I can't lock anything in.
Well, you find out dates, and we might have something that people can do.
If they,
it might not be the whole crew.
If those dates work out, we would all like to be at a certain place at a certain time.
Boom.
We'll reveal it to you guys whenever we can. That is a good question. All right, so final question that we're going to do here comes from Kevin McBain. What are your thoughts on HD's new performance baggers, and will you be getting a Sportster S in the shop? What is the general opinion of, this is the same, different question, same guy. What is the general opinion of the Rebel 1100 in the shop? Any chance you could get one on a first ride?
I would love to get an 1100. I think it's great.
So what is the Rebel 1100? Is that the Honda Cruiser?
Yes, the Honda Cruiser. That's like the neo retro like style.
I love the way that one looks.
Here's the thing. It looks great.
Let's bring up a Honda Rebel.
Jamie, bring up a Honda Rebel.
Bring up a Honda Rebel for us.
So the most impressive part is not the engine because it's an Africa Twin. It's a good engine.
Yeah, I remember riding an Africa Twin. I didn't have a problem with the engine at all.
It's weird for a cruiser. Cool.
Okay.
But
this dude,
the tech
Ghost,
package,
I love you.
The tech package.
So this is the Rebel 1100. We're showing a photo right here.
The tech package in the 1100 is crazy for the price.
Really?
Yeah.
You would not have expected that out of a Honda.
Yeah. It's in the same vein as like the rest of them, like the bolts and stuff like that. But it's got a much cleaner tech package. And
I mean, we all know I'm not the cruiser guy, but like this is not a bad looking bike, and I've seen this in person. I think I even asked you. I was like, "What is that thing up at Mountain Motorsports?" And I was like,
"I like that."
Yeah,
I would ride the shit out of it. Yeah.
The other part of his question: what do we think? What's your opinion on Harley Davidson's new performance baggers?
Well, I mean, okay, so we're classifying performance baggers as what?
That new thing that just came out.
I guess it's a performance bagger. They're using that term. They're throwing around that term pretty loosely.
Okay.
It's a bagger, and even the lowrider ST is a bagger in the sense that it does come, from the factory with side bags and a fairing. It's a fixed fairing. I love that.
Okay.
That's dope.
Fixed fairing means it does not move with the handlebars.
It's attached to the frame.
Yeah, so I cannot stand when that big ass fairing is attached to the forks. That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't until you ride one that's made well and has aerodynamics well, because like you think it would be doing this.
Yeah.
If the aerodynamics are well, it's fine.
And I assume they wouldn't put it out if it wasn't
right. I think I think the Lowrider ST misses the mark because it is priced well above where I think the Lowrider is overpriced for what it is.
And this is something we can dig into another day.
The Lowrider ST is like way more. I will say I'm a big fan of them bringing more of the King of the Baggers stuff into their accessory line.
You've been a big fan of the King of the Baggers.
So like the Street Glide and the Road Glide are getting all sorts of crazy stuff like piggyback, adjustable shocks and crazy stuff like that. I like that.
I will say we watched the launch video here in the shop. I think they look cool, but as you guys know, the only Harley I have literally ever ridden is a Sportster S. And to answer his question, yes, I can confirm we will be getting a Sportster S here in the shop as long-term loaner. I think it's going to be our first long-term loaner Harley bike.
Yeah, it comes with.
I don't think we've talked about that. It comes
with a friend too.
It does come with a friend. We won't say what that one is yet. But yeah,
and I'm going to do this. It's not a Pan America that's coming with it.
Sadly, I wish it was.
Sadly,
but also excitedly. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. As you guys know, I did the Sportster S launch out in California somewhere, and had a great time on that. For my Palm Springs was the I think it was LA was where the Sportster S was.
Okay.
But that was my first experience with a Harley. Granted, it was Harley's new stuff. After riding that, I'm very interested in riding what I call old school Harley, which is whatever their typical catalog looked like before the Revolution Max engine. Super excited about the Sportster S getting in the shop. Cannot wait to ride it, and I'm excited to ride it in places that I ride. Because I'm out in LA and I'm all like, oh, the roads are bumpy and all this kind of shit. Like I want to ride that thing where I ride my MT10. I want to ride that thing where we go and test all the bikes up in the mountains. I think I'm going to get an entirely new perspective of that motorcycle, and honestly,
Trey's got a bold idea. We won't speak on it, but
I'm interested.
There's going to be some brave stuff happening on that bike, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about the Sportster S. We're planning a lot of content around it. We got some shifted videos we're planning. We'll obviously we can finally do the first ever Harley Davidson first ride. We have not ever got to do that.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple of Harleys that have shown up at Mountain Motorsports every now and then.
Yeah, but they're older, like Sawtail Heritage and stuff.
Right, they're the old school thing. And to be totally honest, up until 2022, the C2 Dub channel hasn't really branched into the full motorcycle market.
Yeah, bud.
Like I've dabbled.
Well, that's about to change.
Right, I've dabbled in the whole like adventure space a lot more lately, but that's about as far as I would go. It would be like super sports and nakeds, and that's really. We wouldn't do too much more than that.
Yeah. Well, now we got another personality in the shop that's going to like bring a lot more to that. So, because his style of riding is a lot different. He's, I think, the newest of all of us, and
also a fellow Yamahamian.
Yeah.
So,
we own in this place. Luke's the only one not in.
Right. Oh wait. Yeah.
He's not the only one that's not at Team Yamaha.
We do seem paid.
Yeah.
We're not.
No, we're shills.
Oh God, dude.
We're Yamaha simps.
I got Yamaha Blue literally behind me.
Here's okay. Real quick aside. Here's the thing. People like to be like, "Oh, you're shipping through Yamaha," but yeah, because you have a WR that you don't start for 6 months and you just touch it one time and it kicks over. My Bolt has been sitting down in freezing cold temperatures, just sitting there, and hasn't even been started in weeks. And I go to warm it up the other day, and I just go click, click, and it just starts right away.
Really?
They're bulletproof.
As long as you don't connect a camera to it that sucks the death out of the battery.
But like, they're great bikes. They're priced well. They're just amazing. So yes, we are simps for them because they earned our simpness.
So the thing is, guys, whether you like, if you don't like the looks or not, totally subjective. But I don't think anybody can argue that. I mean, Yamaha just makes a really good bike.
There's a reason they're top of the list for like most reliable motorcycle, like year over year.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not like. I have no reason to like Yamaha. I get bikes from Triumph just as much as I get them from Yamaha. So if I was going to be a simp for somebody that gave me bikes, it'd be Triumph too.
I like Triumph bikes better. But if we're talking about bulletproofness, so far...
It's hard to beat a Yamaha.
Yeah. Your WR, God bless.
My WR is the champion of that.
This is not hyperbole. It literally sat in your garage for like 6 months, and then you go to kick it over, and it goes ka-chunk, ka-chunk, blah, 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 blah.
I would, you know what would be fun to make we've been talking a lot about making bite-sized content. Yeah. I bet you if I went home tonight with my phone and I got over on my WR, cranked it up, it's been even longer now.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many loaner bikes in the shop, as we have a Tracer 9 GT behind you right now.
Oh, that little guy?
Oh, that little my ass.
Yeah.
But bitch. I bet you I could ride home, go over to my WR, I almost promise you it would happen.
I wasn't looking at you, and for a second there, I thought a real WR was in the shop.
I did such a good job.
Good job.
So good. Okay, that was Q&A, guys. Hopefully, we answered the majority of the questions you guys were asking. There was a couple we didn't get to, but we have to move the show along.
And feel free in any place that you want to hit us up and ask us questions, because we can make this a regular thing where we can engage the audience. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? We want to build a community around this, whether you can watch us live, maybe only listen to us, maybe watch us over on the Live on Ontwowheels YouTube channel. Whichever one you do, we want to talk with you guys. We want this to be a community thing. It is almost break time, though. So should we just go to our non-updated ad that we have to just talk about afterwards? All right, guys. So just as a note, we will be talking about the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR when we get back. My down and dirty comments after riding it. But first, we gotta help ourselves out. Do a little ad real quick. We will be right back. What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Ontwowheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. We'll see you guys with the rest of the show.
And we're back.
We're back now?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, we have to update the ad, Beau.
Yeah. All right. So it's a great service. That is obvious.
Yes.
It is not just for Revzilla, though. It is also for JMP Cycles and
it's expanded.
Cycle Gear.
It's expanded past Revzilla.
It's been expanded.
It hasn't expanded.
For the entirety of our show, it has been that way. And we just have not updated the ad.
I promise you guys I will schedule Beau a day next week to update the ad spot. And I will schedule you a day to make the segment graphics.
Yeah.
Okay? I promise.
Okay.
Muchos promoses.
Nope.
Okay. So let's get into the fun.
Yeah.
We have, or I think Luke currently has it right now. We have in the shop, good man, we have the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR. Now, similar to the Sportster S, me and you have made a couple videos about this motorcycle.
Yes.
We had some hints from Triumph. At first we thought it was a damn 1200 Daytona.
Yeah.
Then we got to see it in some videos.
I get to see it in person.
You got to see it in person when you went to the 1200 Tiger launch.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see it there. You sent me a photo. So guys, this bike looks good in person, or it looks good on camera. It looks good in photos. It looks so much better in person.
Yeah.
I do the best I can to show you guys that, and hopefully tomorrow when you guys watch the first ride, you'll get all the camera car shots of it. But this bike looks so good in person. There is something about
subjective,
the Rev. Looks are subjective. I love this whole cafe thing. I've been saying forever I love cafe bikes, but cafe bikes are old.
I will say this.
What?
We discussed it on the live, right? For that launch, and it was like, don't know how I feel about the headlight and blah 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 and the body panel. It works really well. They've done a good job on it.
Pause. Okay, it's raining.
Okay.
I was like, is our system messing up? Okay,
No.
it's just raining.
Yeah, it's raining.
Sweet. I love riding home in the rain.
Yeah, it is very much a Daytona on a street triple platform as far as like the overall like shape and the rider triangle. It feels very much like that, but it is a speed triple, like 100% a speed triple.
So the guts,
Yeah.
as far as what is pushing this thing down the road, is 100% speed triple.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't watched my speed triple RS first ride, if I was to sum it up, I would say that it's a moderately aggressive body positioned naked or hyper naked that
It's so moderate that I did not have a problem with it.
It also has a power plant that feels out of a super sport, like a super like Saiyan sport type situation. So when I got on the Speed Triple RR, you are way leaned over. Your legs aren't super tucked up.
Your bottom half is
like moderate
Daytona style. The top half is the Moto 2.
Leaned all the yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe. Your legs aren't nearly as so on the Moto 2 Daytona, right? Your legs are so up high. You're basically laying down on that bike. Whereas this one, your legs are less scrunched up.
Yeah.
But your
top half is full race.
You might as well take a nap. But
so
it does. Well, like I was saying though, that the front end, all of the body parts and all the little details just work really well.
There's not an inch of that motorcycle that does not tell you that thing costs 21 grand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have the red one here in the shop. You guys probably have already seen our pickup video that we went out and picked it up. So I want to talk about technology real quick, just so we can understand with everybody. Like, this is a almost $21,000 motorcycle. It is not cheap, and I do want to talk about some of its competition. But before that, let's get into the technology, because this thing has this retro vibe look, but this thing is packing the latest technology that they have. So as far as the technology package, full color 5-inch TFT display with My Triumph connectivity.
Love the Triumph displays.
You can connect to a GoPro. You can connect to your phone. It's really cool. It has cornering ABS and switchable optimized cornering traction control using its IMU. It's got 5 rider modes. It's got road, rain, sport, track, and a custom mode. That way, if you want the power out of rain for some reason, but no traction control, you can like do all those type of modifications in there. It's got the Triumph Shift Assist up and down quick shifter, which
smooth as butter.
Very nice. Advanced front wheelie lift control, which is extremely necessary. All I'm saying, in tomorrow's episode on the first ride, go to the highway section and watch the 40 to 80 pull.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
I had never ripped on that bike like I did then, and it was a lot.
I don't know if other Triumphs use a Triumph branded O-Leans, but as far as I know, I don't know of any other Triumph bike that uses O-Leans full electron, like the semi-active electronic suspension,
right,
front and rear.
So the next thing, full LED lighting, including distinctive single round headlight with DRL. The front circular headlight looks great on this thing.
The taillight is sweet.
Taillight looks good too. It's also got full keyless system, illuminated switch cubes, and fully adjustable cruise control. That is on top of the fully electronic suspension. It is a masterpiece of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
The one thing that kind of threw me off while riding it was the I'll call it medium aggressive lower half of my rider triangle, but the extremely aggressive upper half.
Yeah. It's like you were sitting at a table and you fell on the table.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very strange, but if we're looking at the competition of what this thing is, we're trying to figure out where the price point came from and what's kind of dictating what this bike is, because that's one question that the guys and I had was, the Speed Triple RS, we know it's a hyper naked. It's very powerful, slightly aggressive, very lightly, but like it's something you could ride every day. I mean, hypothetically. But what is the Speed Triple RR? It doesn't have a full fairing covering the engine. So typically, that makes us say, oh, okay, well, it's not a super sport.
It is a super sport.
But it's got the clip-ons. All super sports have clip-ons. Okay, so now we're looking back into the super sport category. So internally in the shop, we kept having this back and forth of like, do we call it sport, super sport, roadster? Like what do you want to call it? And when we brought up the competition for this thing, like naturally, we can go to my screen if you want, Beau, and of course,
oh my god, I love this guy.
Ghost has to make this insane visual graphic. Here is the competition, and I'll pause it on, or I guess I don't have to pause it, he's got it set up. So we have the Triumph Speed Triple RR here on the left. So as you can see, the purchase price $21,950. Are you serious? It pans through the group as well.
I mean, like, the only thing that's different.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I just have to take that.
Yeah,
in.
pause that.
Okay,
close that. There you go.
So yeah, we got the So for you guys listening, our competition list: Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have the BMW S1000 RR.
Dummy bike.
We have the Ducati Panigale V4. We have the KTM Super Duke 1290R Evo. We then have the Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. Yeah. Now, a lot of people are probably going to look at this and like, how can we compare a bike that hypothetically the Speed Triple RS is handlebarred? This one only has clip-ons. There's obviously far more difference than that, but this thing is a super sport. This is its competition.
To me, and we had this discussion. To me, it is it's 100% the rider triangle and its intended use, right?
Yeah, this is after riding it, if you cannot take this thing to a track, the only other use for this motorcycle is you have a ton of cash and you love the cafe look and you want the top of the line electronics. Yeah. To me, that's what this bike is. But I mean, as you guys can even see here, if we look at price, if we look at engine size, horsepower and torque, and weight,
it's comparable.
It is comparable pound for pound for every one of these top level European super sports. Yeah. Like it's the V4's coming in at a price tag of like 23 grand. BMW's looking at 22 grand. Aprilia over here at
26. Tau.
Who? I haven't ridden an Aprilia RSV4. Let me just be clear. But
what Aprilia have you ridden?
I've ridden a RSV4, but it was like a little, a quick back and forth on a first, not a first drive, but a meetup. Yeah,
I remember that because you and Yummy.
Yeah, we both. He was on a Tuono. I was on the RSV4. We went out like for a mile and then we came back. It was like, no, I'm not even considering that riding it.
That was back in the day when you put out a video saying, I don't ever want to leave a 600. I don't need 1,000.
Whoops.
You see what happened there?
Can I just be clear? I know this doesn't have to do with Speed Triple, but like, I'm looking at this lineup, bruh, ain't no way in hell I'm buying an Aprilia RSV4 over literally any of these other bikes. Yeah.
There's
no chance.
I want you to break it down in order. Which one's favorite, least favorite?
So you're saying all of these bikes cost the exact same and I can have whichever one I want?
No, the money isn't an option. Okay. Your favorite to least favorite as a whole package.
Okay. Do I get other motorcycles or is this my only bike?
Doesn't matter. Just you're going too deep.
Okay. I got it. Sorry. I'm going to do
Top of the list.
I'm going to do the KTM Super Duke first.
Top of the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can ride that for a longer period of time before I want to kill myself with back pain.
Cool.
Am I going all the way down?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Next up, I'm going to do the Speed Triple because I know that all the other ones are going to hurt my back the exact same. And if my back's going to have to go through that level of pain, I want to at least be able to get off the bike, rest my back, and take amazing photos.
All right.
Speed Triple's next.
Yep.
Because of that exact same reason, Panigale's after that. Fourth would be the BMW. The Aprilia would be the last one I pick in this list.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your
Top of the list KTM, just because I think it looks better and it looks more fun.
Okay.
So KTM, then the BMW, then the Aprilia, then the Speed Triple and the Ducati.
Interesting. So you're not a Panigale fan?
Not really.
Do you not like the way they look, or
No, I
what
love
is
the way they look. It's just,
Well, what makes you choose the Panigale last?
I don't know.
The heat.
It's the heat. It's if you're not pushing these things, they're not happy.
Yeah.
Like Panigale.
Well, no, the V4 is way better at that.
Okay.
They've massively changed.
Still,
I would say you need to ride a Panigale.
it feels like a waste.
I mean,
for any riding that I
my
would
guy,
do,
we're talking 200 horsepower machines. They are all
here's
a
the
waste.
thing. I know for a fact that the S1000RR, when you put it in the right modes, I've ridden one.
Uh-huh.
And it's close to going like, oh, you could start on this when you put it in the baby modes.
Yeah.
And
I will say
it's
we have an
super
older
smooth.
S1000
Yeah,
photo here.
yeah.
That's not an updated
that's
photo. But yeah, I mean the BMW is definitely a solid machine.
Yep.
That's a very impressive
I mean,
thing.
it's a stacked piece of competition against them.
Yeah, I mean, all of these bikes are going to be phenomenal, but the thing is, they're all going to be phenomenal as long as you're pushing the absolute dog shit out of them.
So the real question is, what does a Speed Triple RS run for?
RS, that's a great question. I can look it up. Or should I ghost it up?
Yeah.
Hey, Ghost, pull that up. Let's see how fast it works.
Jimmy, how much is that?
There's no ghost. Oh, wait, he is. He's ethereal. He's here.
Yeah, he is everywhere.
So
And nowhere.
everywhere and nowhere. So, what are your thoughts on all of those other bikes have very distinct looks.
Yeah.
And Triumph already has their Daytona platform as their hey, here's our most aggressive thing.
It's a race bike.
Yeah, this is our race bike. What's your thoughts on the Speed Triple RR being that racy? Do you think they need a
I don't agree with it being in the Speed Triple category.
So you don't even think it should be called? By the way, cost on a Speed Triple RS is $18,500.
Then I choose that one over every other one.
You would choose the RS
over
all the other ones we just talked about.
Yes.
Over the KTM, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I enjoyed that.
Okay, so yeah, it's called the Speed Triple RR.
Yeah, but
which makes sense because it's there's a lot of similarities between the RS.
Yeah. It's the problem is that we get into that we've talked about this in a couple of lives. It's the idea of you just add more to the roster for the sake of it. It's do we need an RR? No, you got a platform that is specific towards that style. So it's a weird
You're talking about the Daytona platform.
Right. It's weird that they went with, and I think this is why they did this. It is a super sport version of the RS.
Right. So
the only reason it doesn't have the full fairings is because then there's visual confusion between the Daytonas and the RR.
Right.
So it's okay, so we take the lower fairings off, we do a retro style light, blah blah blah. I think
which is a Triumph thing anyway.
Your lights just died.
One of my lights died?
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. my light in the chat.
Yeah. You have a gradient now on your side.
Perfect.
Yeah.
They're all going to slowly die during the show.
So it's one of those things where they answered a question that nobody asked.
Okay.
which is, can you make this RS more uncomfortable to ride? Like, I
mean, I agree, but I will say after spending a few hundred miles on this thing, I will say, and this is I think probably the first thing I told you when I got back.
Yeah.
The platform that the RS, the engine, right, that the RS has, it does fit the riding style that the RR puts you in far better, because it's very aggressive. Like, that power, you have to fight for it. It's rev.
Kind of why I like the handlebar setup, because then you're on top of it and you're just like manhandling it. It felt more like a hooligan bike and not like a street missile. And I think that's where and that's a subjective thing, right? Like, I prefer to be more in and above the bike,
right, and
not like, I don't want to be a guided missile. I want to be a fucking hydrogen bomb. You just drop it off somewhere near where you need to be.
That's going to be your comparison with
it'll take care of the rest. Like, there's going to be some collateral damage, but it's going to get the job done. I like the feeling of a naked bike or a hyper naked bike, because it feels more like I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas, like, the RR, it's going to be like, no, you do this stuff so that you can get to this stuff, and then do that one thing.
I want to be clear, though. Yeah. So even though I do say that there is some synergy between the power delivery and the body position on the RR, if I were to choose, if Triumph came to me and was like, hey, Chase, we have enough budget, we're going to give you guys a motorcycle, which one do you want?
Tiger 900 Rally Pro.
No, I mean, I'm going to choose the RS, the Speed Triple RS, 100%. Yeah. The reason being is that I cannot push that motorcycle hard enough to where I would need a more sporty version. Yeah. But
it also does all that stuff. Oh, there's another one.
What?
You just lost all of them. Now you're like me.
Well,
yeah, no, I agree, because it's like, you can use all of that anywhere.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting.
Well, not all of it.
You know what I mean? Like, instead of waiting for that one perfect moment to really, like, hone in on it, you can just have fun every single place and then just be like.
Yeah. I mean, so there are on the highway.
That being said.
What?
It is an amazing.
It is a beautiful motorcycle. Which is, if you guys notice, we thumbnailed the video of the pickup, best looking bike this year, which we thought was hilarious.
I had a good laugh.
We were laughing our asses off at that. But you do get some wind protection, though. We can't, disregard that. On the highway, this is easier to ride because
the bubble is real nice.
You have a bubble because on the other bike, on the RS, ain't no bubble.
You just in it.
I remember it was so bad, dude. I think it was also a windy day when I was doing it, but when I did the mountain, when we were doing like one-off reviews, and when I took that Speed Triple RS to the mountains, the ride there.
Oh, I bet
it was. If it's a windy day on the highway, I had the level of buffeting where I guess my neck got tired or something, and I'm riding, and obviously if you guys are just listening, you can't see me, but like my head's doing this thing where it's just bouncing all over the place, and to the point where I remember this, I was riding and I had to put my arm on the gas tank and I had to just rest my head on it. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've had to do that multiple times, but that was just one of those times where it was just like, I love this bike, but riding, because we're like an hour from the mountains, but it's all highway, and that section of highway for some reason gets really windy, but it helps the review because it lets me give people a highway review that's very specific for like windier conditions. But I remember that in the Speed Triple, and it got to the point where I was like, I don't want to ride this anymore. When I got back from the highway that day, I was like, dude, because I would test the highway on the way to the mountains and back, and then I would test the mountains separately. When I got back that day, my neck was just like done. Yeah. I could not hold it.
The trade-off, though, is the RR. You won't have a hurt neck, but your back will be pretty fucking sore.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just to that point, our first ride loop starts 20 minutes from here. First ride loop is 40 minutes, and then we have to do a camera car run and a bike run, like where I do the GoPro. Then I ride back. So that's 40, 20, 20. It's 2 hours, right? when I got back from doing our first ride, my back was already tweaked, and that was 2 hours of riding. Now, like 2 hours of riding might be a lot of riding for some people.
Yeah.
But like, guys, I ride every day. If not every day, it's like I ride 5 days out of 7 days a week. I'm used to riding a lot. I've ridden bikes like R7s and R6s. I rode R6 forever. My back got tweaked fast on this thing. Now, part of that might be age, like getting older. So my back's, worse than it used to be. You can't handle the same thing. But I just had a really hard time getting in a consistent body position that I felt comfortable in. I found myself doing this on the Speed Triple RR a lot.
Yeah.
The second I got a section of road, I would shift up to fourth, because I think it has to be shifted into fourth. Yamaha does that, so I just make assumptions all bikes are like that. Yeah. I put the cruise control on so that I could do the thing where I have one hand on, and I'm leaned all the way up. I would do that in times where you should not have cruise control on, but I did that so I could just ride a little longer without my back hurting. I know that's like an old ass man thing to worry about, but like if somebody bought this bike,
the reason I got rid of my sport bike, and I was not an old man yet when I got rid of it, but it was starting to like really tear my body up because I was riding it in everyday situations.
Yeah.
In a body position that was like not meant for that, like stop and go traffic.
Oh my God,
hauls.
dude. So if you're in stop and go traffic, this is what so sucks about this body position. So, okay, right? You're all the way leaned. Let me get my mic down so you guys can be down here with me. You're lean like you're
No, you live like that now.
You're leaned all the way over, right? Okay, you come to a red light, and then you have to, it doesn't like neutral. It takes forever to get into neutral. So you're at the red light. You're just second, first, second, first, neutral. Oh, thank God. You let the clutch out. Finally, you get the relief. You lean up, green light, and then you got to go back down. Like you get that combination ruined me.
Yeah, it's
you don't
rough.
get the relief.
Yeah.
Which is why the naked segment is so fucking popular.
Yeah.
That was the first F-bomb. I was doing good.
No, it was your first F-bomb. I've been dropping them all day.
Oh, well.
I started out. That's in the intro.
Whoops. But I think that's kind of what led me to that motorcycle, because I really like obviously I love riding in the mountains, but my favorite type of riding is kind of like scooting around the city. Like, if we go, obviously, I don't want to sit in traffic.
I had more fun on the 660 ride when we were like in the city.
We didn't talk about that. We didn't make a video about it.
Yeah, we didn't.
So, there's not really a huge reason to talk about it, but Triumph had us out for one of those kind of ride-alongs.
It's a break-in ride.
Yeah, they need miles broken in on their bike, so they invite some locals out to ride the bikes, which we are, again, super privileged to go to. So they had us out to ride the 660s, and we'll talk about more of those in another episode, but that Tiger 660 is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a fun little bike.
And it's so close to the Trident, but it's so much better than, I don't know. We'll talk about it in another episode. But
like I had more, you know what kind of rider I am, and I enjoy big sweeping, twisty roads. I enjoy a little bit of technical riding.
Right.
I prefer having fun at slower speeds and like just being a little bit of a goon.
Right.
Like that's more fun to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could not imagine taking the Speed Triple RR to Atlanta.
No.
Like I'm so glad we're not making those style of reviews anymore.
Yeah.
Like we might take it to Atlanta if we we're not going to have the bike for very long. It's actually due back this Friday. So we're not going to have it long enough to do a full on review.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that I can get Triumph to let us have it again. Obviously they need this bike for something else, but maybe later in the year we can get it back, because I would really love to do a full-on review, because there are sectors of riding where, like on the highway, the RR every day. Yeah. If I was going to choose between the RR and the RS.
There are definite places where it is king and where it is bottom of the list.
Yeah, so like the thing is, like the RR is good up here and good down here, but the RS is fine all over the place. Obviously, the highway is probably I would say the highway is the biggest negative for the RS.
Have you been,
just because of the wind?
Paying attention to the super chats, by the way?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Do you want to read some out?
I think we've had two. Moto UK grabbed a beer on us, guys. Thumbs up. Cheers.
Cheers.
And then just recently, Dangler Action. Love your name.
Dangler. Wow, what a bow name. Is that you?
You know. You guys are awesome. I love the content around different types of motorcycles. All very positive.
I appreciate that. We are trying, one of our big goals for this year is to really represent the motorcycle industry as a whole with the channel and break out of the whole like naked and super sports. Obviously, we're going to do a lot of naked and super sport content.
That's something like we've touched on before, but it's good to reiterate. Like moving forward, Chase on Two Wheels is going to be a more broad brush when it comes to.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a team now of 4 people.
Right.
All right, and it's like there are personalities and tastes to take into consideration, backgrounds, histories, and different styles of riding. So it doesn't make sense to pigeonhole yourself into just the one specific kind of riding because, one, that changes as you grow older.
Right.
When I first met you, it was
R6 all day.
R6 all day. Didn't want to touch a 1000. Didn't want to touch anything else.
It was R6 and baby supermoto, and
that was it. You didn't touch any other type of riding. Those were the only two things that you did. And then you slowly started branching out. And as you get older, you start doing,
less R6 things.
Yeah.
You slowly move away.
Looks
from
like
it.
internet's crapping out again. So
yay.
we are getting storms. So as long as the audio is okay, I apologize in advance.
Yeah, and we will have the uploaded video tomorrow, which will be super smooth. So
there's going to be a portion where it just stops and starts again, but yeah, it'll be there.
No, it'll be a super nice cut that Beau will do.
Nope. It's just going to be me panicking and then hitting stop.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, so like, okay, so yeah, it is not that we're moving away from sport bikes, but we're including other stuff because like you and I are like we've got a major like motorcycle hard on for adventure stuff and more of that kind of thing.
Right.
So that's going to be a thing. We would love to do some dirt stuff and figure that out. Like
very excited.
You know what I mean? Like.
I'm super looking forward to the
It's not just that we're doing less sport bike stuff. It's that we're doing more motorcycles. We want to appeal to a wider audience because we want more people. There's an optic, right? Because we are a YouTube channel, and it can seem like it's about money. I don't give a shit about money. Like, to me, it's not that. And you'll vouch for this. My modus operandi is in the largest motivating factor.
Okay.
For me is community and like building.
That's how you started this company.
It's
community management.
It's literally how I started. So like when we look at what we want to cover, it's not just about like it is a lot what we like, but it's also like how many more people can we get into motorcycling and make new friends and like all that other stuff. And so,
I think that's one of the big driving factors for me is to getting, I don't care what you ride. I would love for us to be a contributing factor for more people to start riding. Even if it's the cruiser thing, if it's the adventure thing, supermotos, maybe you're into just really cost-effective 250s from Venom Motorsports. I don't care. I want people to ride more. I don't care what you ride.
Yeah. Just keeps moving around stuff, and I keep looking at it.
Okay, so
we totally dropped the ball on one thing.
We have a new segment.
Yes.
And this is a segment focused entirely based on our Smort Industries guys. So shout out to you guys. If you guys hear us keep saying Smort Balls and Smort Industries, I'm sure it's in the chat. And if you go to Discord, it's 100% there. That is a perfect example of a small little mini community that has just become a thing.
Blossomed.
And I could not love it anymore. So we have a new segment. And we will be Ghost, I can't. With Smort Industries, we're gonna give them a segment every show. So this segment, we have a hilarious audio and graphic thing we're in the works with. It's called Smort Answers Only. Okay? This is not a question I answer. This is not a question Beau answers. This is a question only for the Smort guys. So what we did, we grabbed one of the YouTube community posts. I'm going to read the post, and then we're going to look through the images, because Smort clearly only answers questions and memes. That's just, I guess, what they do. That's their thing. So we have not got to see what the answers to Smort answers only. Go to my page. You can literally see it says Smort images, no peeking. I'm not even allowed to look at it. So the question is from TJ Payne. Super happy to have you guys back. Thank you very much, TJ. We are very happy to be back. Love the content and can't wait to see all the new plans set in motion. I just watched the latest High Side, Low Side, and I was wondering, shout out to the #1 motorcycle podcast. We like to call ourselves #2. I just watched the latest High Side, Low Side and was wondering, what are the crew's thoughts for best and worst looking motorcycles ever? Now, Ghost, if you will, I would like you to open up the Smort images only, and we will go through Smort's answers to what is their best and worst looking motorcycles ever.
I mean, it's a good bike.
The smartest bike ever being the Indian FTR.
It's a good bike.
I mean, I think
it looks the best.
I don't hate that answer.
And it rides great.
So I haven't ridden it. I haven't got that opportunity. Hopefully I'll get to later in the year. We can actually get an Indian bike in here. I do think that's a phenomenal bike. We all know I have this red thing. I think they have a carbon version.
Yeah.
It's a solid ride. Can I arrow? When Andy is in Smort with his 390 Duke.
Love the bike. Love the bike.
Also phenomenal.
Fun bike.
Probably, if we're gonna be serious, probably one of the best bikes to start on.
It's the coolest looking, in my opinion, like 300. Yeah. And that's not, I wouldn't say just start on, just in general, like low CC bikes.
Yeah.
I think in general, this bike is probably the coolest.
I totally agree.
I love that like tucked in subframe.
I love the fact that you can get a Duke 390 and it looked just like a fucking Super Duke. Yeah. And like, kids at college, they don't fucking know. It's like, oh wow, you got a especially the orange and white. Yeah. Bro, you're styling as hell. Sharp. She is sharp. Smort, actually. The ultimate Smortmatic comedy. Oh god.
Yeah.
So what is this? Like, is this like a little brother, big brother situation?
I'm not really sure what's going on there.
I don't know. I like that the SV can like Pokemon into the... I like that idea. I kind of want to play around with a video like that.
That's hilarious.
Let's see what else Smort's got. Smort looking up how to spell B King. What? What did this... Oh, what is a B King? We need an image of a B King, because I don't know what a B King is. Or maybe that means Burger King. Not yet.
I don't know what that is, but I hate it immediately.
So, what?
Hayabusa.
That's a Hayabusa?
That's a naked Hayabusa.
Yeah, I hate it.
Producer Trey says this is a naked Hayabusa.
I absolutely hate that.
The exhaust...
It's like a Gundam transformer. Yeah.
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's got like saber wings coming out the butt, but the light on the edge of the front... I agree. That's
the B King?
I agree.
That's the B King. Okay.
Oh. Well... Okay.
Well, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't think this is Smort. I agree with Smort.
Yeah.
Smort steering competition. Wow, what an old video to grab that from.
Yeah, no shit.
Impressive.
Remember that when that was a thing? When
to make super cinematic videos that didn't make any sense?
No. Specifically, that shot was the most popular and overused shot in motovlogging, where like you saw 1,000 images or videos of motorcyclists staring into the eyes of their motorcycle.
I don't remember that.
Oh my god!
I mean, clearly I did it, so I can't even.
You guys help me out in chat. You have to have remembered that time.
They would have had to been in the motovlogging space.
You're doing it right there.
That's not my motorcycle to the left. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay. To fabulous Nerdville, California. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, Beau, you're in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Beau in the official Smort
I know
helmet.
what picture that's from.
That's me.
That's the FTR.
What am I on? Is that that has to be the Rocket?
No, that's the. Is that a fuck? I can't tell because you're in the way, but. Oh, that's a.
I mean, this is hilarious. This little blue
great.
bike. That's a really old Ducati.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's so impressive that they put your body from one motorcycle to another, and your hand is actually on the handlebar.
Yeah, my feet are nowhere near what they need to be, but it does look good. That was on the FTR.
No, your feet are close. That's the peg.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah. I don't know. In that
I'm doing
picture,
a golf chat for Smort.
In that picture. I think your bike wins. Just be sheer uniqueness.
Yeah, the blue thing.
Yeah, I think
that thing's
the Ducati's ugly.
Ah!
All right, close it out.
Good job, Smort.
Yeah,
I look forward to more Smort answers. I can't wait for the graphic.
It's
Smort answers only.
So I want to piggyback real quick off of that.
Okay. After that, we got to do Discord.
What is, and if you don't have an answer, that's fine.
You talking? Is this to me or are you talking to the chat?
Talking to you. Okay. I'm going to turn off the screen. Best looking bike. Knee jerk reaction. Let's go.
2022 MT10. Just kidding.
Hot take.
Honestly, best looking.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed taking photos of the Speed Triple so much that I'd probably go that. Typically, I would probably say a Panigale, but Panigales are so out there right now. Yeah. Like, everybody can get a hold of one. Speed Triple RR.
Do you have a least favorite looking bike?
Not off the top of my head. Okay. I have a least favorite bike in general of all time.
What's that?
And it will never change.
What?
Suzuki GSX 250R. Worst motorcycle ever in existence.
I think my favorite...
Entirely pointless.
My favorite looking bike has and will always be the MV Agusta F4 Tamburini.
You have said this before.
Yeah. I think it's fucking gorgeous. Worst looking bike? This is going to be a hot take. Almost every Buell.
Shit.
Yeah. It just does not do it for me. I don't, it's everything's like weirdly round when it shouldn't be. And all the plastics look, every one of them I've seen, even if they're well taken care of, they all seem like they're sun-baked and
I do kind of get it. They
look like they've been spray painted.
There is an aggressive aspect that they do seem to not have. They're very
have you
curvy.
Have you ever seen the RC51? Right, it's a Honda with the radiators on the side.
Yes.
All right. The thing about that bike, I love the way it looks, by the way, but you hardly ever see one in good condition because they're all clapped the fuck out.
Right.
It's the same way with every Buell I've ever seen. Looks like somebody found a Buell on the side of the road and spray painted it, and they made it. Nick said it. They're not painted. It's just colored plastics. So those cheap plastics that you get from fairing companies and shit, where it's like injected. I think that's exactly the reason that I don't like it. Yeah. Now there are some of the top in like EBR, right? EBR, like the was it 1290?
Yeah.
Love the way that looks.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the Lightning and Cyclone and all those dumb things, I get
it. Okay, that's fair.
Puke. But M4 Tamburini, that best looking bike.
All right,
fight me on it.
Fight me. So guys, it is 5:52. We are officially in Discord time. May the games begin. Let me get it full screen and
let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
All right, we're good.
All right, so Randrew, which is CEO of... Oh, fuck you, Randrew. Time for new motorcycle content. Let's milk it, Yamaha Triumph. Woo!
Look, man, they keep sending us awesome bikes. We'll keep making content.
Hey, to be fair, I've reached out to almost every motorcycle manufacturer and told them that we would love as a company to get more bikes in and get more opportunities.
I can't wait this year for the HD memes. Let's do it.
Oh, we can't go too far. Okay, so Randrew pushing the whole milk and Triumph and Yamaha, and I 100% will. A hot take.
Yeah.
Wrecked bike waiting on parts eternally.
Factual.
Rebuild. Eventually, maybe. This should be our new branding. This would work correctly.
Your check's in the mail.
Right. When you get outsmarted. Wow, that's
Billy's rear end in the front.
I love it. It is, yeah. That was
miss that guy.
I spent so much time. Wait, Billy Tutt, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should have said his last name. We're shooting his wedding. Anyway,
He's a good dude. He's solid.
he is good people. Oh God. Wait, bro, you met Andy? Fam, I'm super jelly. Ben and I sold Andy his 390 Duke, so we're kind of smart. Wait, did Andy actually buy from Mountain Motorsports? That would be hilarious.
Nice.
Also, wait, no, I know he did because he said somewhere that he got the C2W discount, because if you buy a motorcycle at Mountain Motorsports and you ask for the C2W discount, you get money off your bike. It's pretty legit.
Nice.
Yep. All right.
I did not know that.
Uh-oh, office meme. Here we go. Corporate needs you to find the differences between the MT-07 and this SV650.
The same bike.
Challenge accepted. Trey, I need you to write a bike comparison. MT-07 versus SV650. Trey is not scared at all.
Yeah, he's not afraid. He's like challenged. Challenge.
Yeah. Okay, cool. They're both blue, silver, and black. Let's go. I do love the office meme. Chase on two wheels, internet server.
Facts. Facts.
Fun story. Fun story. So, if you guys are just listening, this meme, Chase on two wheels, internet service provider, photo of a potato. We have the best and most expensive internet in the area. How sad is that? Mm-hmm. It's very sad. Chase is upset about it because it cost 3 times as much as Chase's home internet that he used to have, and it's 10 times faster. All right, next up. Smort. Me waiting on Chase to tell Revzilla I've got 15 votes for the $4,000 Arai Corsair.
All right.
Oh shit.
We are going to be doing these.
15 votes.
Yeah, and I mean,
oh my god, I love it. That's
a rough one.
So guys, what Andy is pushing here is we started doing this thing. We did not do a good job of continuing it last year.
Yeah.
We got bogged down in other things. We have talked about bringing this back. It's basically over on our Discord. We have a gear section where you can talk about gear with other people. The hope is that, you know, if somebody has a piece of gear that you're wanting, they can help you. Instead of reading reviews, you can actually talk to people.
Yeah.
That was our hope. And we would like to do more gear reviews.
Yeah.
And our way of figuring out what gear to do a review on, we're going to use our Discord. So if all things work out, we'd love
another reason to jump over there.
Yeah, another reason to go over on Discord. Our pie in the sky that we tried, we only did it one time, or did we
did it
twice?
once.
We did it once.
Yeah.
Was you vote on the piece of gear you want us to get, and we'll do a review on that piece of gear and send
We'll bring it back. It just got crazy to figure out with the scheduling that we have right now as of this year.
Right, got a little complicated.
Yeah, so
but it's not dead. It's in the background.
It also is a $4,000 helmet. So
I mean, I don't think that'll happen. Period. Yeah. But you know, it is what it is. All right. So next up, I mean,
no, I want you to look at his lips.
Oh my God! It looks like he's saying Smort.
He's saying Smort in a way. In a voice.
Oh my gosh!
Shout out Brooklyn 99. Yeah.
Yeah. Never
99.
Okay.
It's my favorite joke.
A snail shell with eyes on an R1.
It does look like a snail.
In fact, the R1 is slowly. The R1 is slow because it's actually a snail brought to you via GSXR game. Oh, we got some Suzuki versus Yamaha in the Discord. Okay.
Nice. So,
question, is this just the R1 is slow because I like another Super Sport, or is comparatively the R1 slower than other Super Sport 1000s?
I guess we'll have to find out.
That's an interesting question. Maybe something we can look into. All right. Juice's birthday party, Juice's bike. I'm lost on this one. Somebody explain this. Yeah. I don't get it.
Are we too old for this?
Maybe.
Okay.
We may be too old. Hey.
Yeah. Add Venture Bros.
There we go.
Also, Venture Bros is such a good show. So just shout out.
Wait, what is Adventure Bros?
No, the Venture Bros.
What is Venture Bros?
It's a cartoon.
This is a cartoon?
No, that's not a cartoon. The logo that says Venture Bros, that they just added the word add
Oh,
on.
they took this off of a cartoon and put it on a adventure setting.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This would be cool.
I would ride the fuck out of that area. Hell yeah.
But this is gonna be me and you.
No, I hope.
Right here.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen now.
Well, that's not how things work.
Right now.
Maybe. Hey, look, we got one. That's the show.
Yep.
Oh God. International Smort gangs. Oh no.
Juice is a 14-year-old in Discord who loves bikes. Is he in our Discord?
What?
What?
How do we not know about Juice?
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, to be fair, it's hard for future. This is a note, and you guys can keep us to this. We're going to start planning time to make sure that we're on Discord and like engaging, because we get lost in the sauce. I was up until like 45 minutes before, like I said, smart balls deep into an edit, and that happens quite often where we're just like running. We also did an unboxing and a delivery, and it's like we get lost in it. But it's something we want to do. Who the fuck is Juice?
I don't know, but look at this. Which one is better?
2.
So, if you guys aren't familiar, what we're looking at is it says which one is better. A dude looking through the little eye measurement tool that you do at a doctor's office. On the left, it says number 1. It shows a speed triple RR. On the right side, it says number 2, and it's a photo of our CBR 1000 RR build that we're doing for WBR Garage.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I brought this up in the first ride when I was doing my walk around of the Speed Triple RR. They are oddly similar. We have a red major top half. We have a dark colored on the Speed Triple. It's a really dark gray.
Yeah.
On our CBR 1000, it's black. It's like matte black. And then we have a thin white line right under the red, and the Speed Triple has a thin light gray line.
Yeah.
I had never seen the Speed Triple when we came up with this idea.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
So how crazy is that?
Because
it's not like
here's the
Triumph
thing about the
copying this.
CBR, right? The
Right.
CBR, it really does not land as well. It's like most motorcycles that look great. They photograph and you're like, man, it'd be nice. Yeah. And then when you see them in person, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot wait for people, because like, even this photo, it doesn't have the engine there, so it looks kind of funky.
Yeah, it looks like
a
empty
like
space.
a dinky
It
little
doesn't
thing.
have the front fender on it. Like
I wish there was a way you guys could see it right now.
It's gonna look.
It's gonna look
really
sick.
nice.
We're super excited about it. Oh God! Look at my face, dude. My face is legit pink.
We rewatched that the other day.
We did. That will forever.
Because I wanted
go
to know
down as
how
the roast
long of that
Chase.
time was spent. Yeah, apparently this Juice kid is from the Netherlands, and he's super active. Yeah, I mean, we are super busy.
Shout out to Juice. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just looked through some of his history. So shout out Juice, dude. That's awesome. We are going to make a concerted effort to like schedule out time for us to be able to come on. We're going to do special stuff for Discord only. We're going to like engage more and more as it goes along. And so that you guys know where I'm at. Like when I'm doing stuff here at my computer, I would love to be able to talk to you all, but I'm so busy that I have to mute everything on Discord and all my phone notifications and everything, because
I
otherwise
accidentally included you on an Instagram post
I got
the other
like
day.
hundreds of notifications. And so like what happens is it all comes through the one spot. So like I have to disengage when I go into edit mode. And I'm in edit mode 90% of my time. So we're going to make a concerted effort. Apparently he just posted.
Okay, I gotta rock through these memes because we have run overtime and we added 50% to the show.
I mean, like, what do we do?
It's about the money.
Yeah. What do we do?
Who did it better, Luke or Zoolander?
Yeah.
Bringing Luke into it. Oh shit!
That's a
WBR.
Because here's the thing. Luke does not get captured that often.
No, he's like a snow leopard.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Who did that? Oh, Ghost, of course. Are we allowed to give Ghost the thing? we're about to have to give Ghost a thing.
Because here's the thing: these guys do this of their own free will and volition. They're not on the payroll.
This is true. The audits when Chase announces the sponsor team Smort for the Mint 400. What is the Mint 400? And that would be hilarious. Okay, so this is interesting. We have the
Great
dude
American off-road race. They're gonna sponsor you for some Baja shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty accurate. You could put my name on that too.
This is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's so if you guys are listening, it's the guy walking with his girlfriend, looking at the other girl. I'm the guy looking at the other girl. The other girl is Triumph, and the girlfriend is Yamaha. So we have this whole Yamaha Triumph situation going on, which is pretty accurate for here in the shop. Team Smort killing the Mint 400, but after Chase's sponsors us, just saying. Okay, so this is what Smort wants to do. Points deducted for not having a Smort helmet graphic on top.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Y'all are better than that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm poking a bear, and it's a little dangerous.
But then it's followed up by this and that.
Okay, now this is hilarious. Yeah. I want all of this red to glow up.
We should get a sidecar.
No.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
No, you. Sidecar content.
You can't just point at Trey and say sidecar content.
That shit. Yeah, my guy.
Damn it. Smart idea. Could be and company
and
with
company,
6 employees,
one
but I'm
company.
just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, Rick during the Smort. Wait, is the Smort cast a thing?
Is it a real thing?
I don't know. Smort, we need to know. No.
That was the bike that was used for your picture of you staring at it.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, you guys did such a good job. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, that was it. I say Ghost wins.
Yeah.
I got the
biggest chuckle. You got an elusive photo. This is like capturing a clear photo of Bigfoot.
I remember watching a documentary about people trying to get footage of a snow leopard, and this is the equivalent.
Yeah, bud.
In the shop. So Ghost, our producer of the show, no insider information. You won. I didn't even know who it was. I even said it.
He is not a paid employee, but
he is not a play. He's not a play. So he is
no play.
He is no play. So he is allowed to win. Ghost, congratulations. We'll be in contact because we are.
Yep.
All right. So guys, before we get out of here, next show. We are talking about motorcycles we're looking forward to most in 2020.
Yeah.
You guys don't do it on this show or in the comments here. Go to the video over on Live on Two Wheels and comment over there what y'all's favorite are, because that way we can kind of incorporate that. That'll be over on the Live on Two Wheels.
We'll work on getting that live as soon as possible.
We will. Hopefully, we'll push for tomorrow. Yep. So, guys, that's it for Live on Two Wheels. We are officially in Season 2, Episode 1 in the books. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the little bit longer of an episode. And
let us know.
let us know what you guys think. Extra hour or extra... Jesus. Extra... We're just going to start being live all day on Thursday.
It starts at 8 in the morning.
Oh, God. Nobody wants me talking to 8 in the morning. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. We are so excited for Season 2 of Live on Two Wheels. The community that we've created over here, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. You are the main reason we're a bunch
of dummies. You guys are the reason that we're here.
We love doing this show. So we're going to keep doing it as long as you guys are interested and keep tuning in. And we'll see you guys next week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Episode 2. Again, we're going to be talking about our favorite motorcycles that we're looking forward to in 2022. You guys have been awesome, and we'll see you guys next week. Later. There he goes. And a bark. Puppy poot.
Did you